what's up, athletes? The last of the triple threat that we haven't talked about yet is passing. Now, we've talked about it, we mentioned it, but we haven't focused on it. It's a little bit hard if you're by yourself to work on passing. So what we're gonna more focus on today is the idea of faking a pass to get yourself open going a different direction. Faking is so important in the game of basketball. If you're good at faking a shot, a pass, even a drive, you will allow yourself to be more open and create space to hit shots, to get to the basket, and to find teammates that are open. So let's practice today our passing, our fake passing. Here's how it works. A lot of times you will catch the ball coming straight out to you, but there's a lot of times where you'll catch it from the wing. Majority of the time you won't actually. Most people think you will catch it from the middle, but a lot of times it's more from the wing. So what we want to do is spin the ball to ourselves and fake a pass either back or away and go the opposite of our pass. So a lot of talk, but let me show it to you. So I'll show it this direction to start. As I catch the ball, let's say just from the middle towards me, I can pick either way I want to fake. If I want to fake this way, it's a quick twitch, just like we talked about with our shooting. Quick look this direction, our eyes say a lot. So if our eyes look big and excited to pass that way, the defender's gonna jump that direction, and now we can step going the other way. Okay, let's say I catch it from this way. So the ball was being passed to me. A lot of times the defenders are naturally coming this way and expecting the ball to keep moving, which is fine. There's a lot of times we wanna reverse it, but sometimes we can spin it to ourselves, fake like it's going that way, the defender keeps running, and we go the opposite. See how we're doing here? With these fake passes, creating the defense to go one direction, we go the other. So here's how it works. Our 3 shooting spots on each side. This can also be done not just from the top. You could practice this from the wing, even the baseline. The baseline's a little harder because you don't always have both directions to go depending on how high on the baseline you are. But try these from different positions around the 3-point line or free throw line, whatever you have available to you. As we work through this, let's watch me first and see how I fake one way and go the other. Here's how it works. I'm gonna catch it from this side this time. I'm gonna fake like this, and I'm gonna drive to the basket like that. Now that one was actually probably a little bit too far on my fake pass. I went a little far extended. I don't want to go where my arms are fully extended because now I have to bring it back to then go the other way. So I want to twitch. So I need to do a better job of twitching on that one. So here's how I do. Quick here, attack, don't stop, lay it. Got it? All right. Other direction, let's say we catch it this way and we fake that way. We go back like that. All right. So you're working on your fake pass. Let's try it. Hey athletes, we're back. I want to show you a movement ball dribbling practice that you can do. So I've showed you, or I have a stationary one, but now I want to show you one that's moving. Like I said before, I want to reach out to those that might not have their own basketball hoop. And those that do, great, awesome, shoot on it, like I said. But if you don't, this is a perfect opportunity for you to work on your ball handling. Be the best that you've ever been and be better than you've ever been at your ball handling. All right, so let's try it. So I'm gonna show you several different moves that you can do in practice and things that you can do in a small amount of space, but that are more movement instead of just staying in one place. So here's some things that we do to warm up with, and it's similar to the stationary, but now it's with movement. So now you're working on coordination of not just standing on a spot, but walking. So we do a lot of these for our warm-ups at the high school level and even middle school level. And these are great for you to practice when you get the opportunity. So here's what we'll start with. A very simple one is passing it between your legs, but walking it between your legs. So going like this, up the court, remember, keep your eyes up. On the way back, go backwards. So then you're working on different parts of your legs, and you're working on that. By keeping your eyes up, you're actually stretching out your muscles, which is a good thing. You want to be able to do that. The next one is dribbling between your legs. So you actually can go like this, and I'll show this one to you first. So you can do a simple one like this, but that's really higher up, and for some of you that's easier, and some of you it's not. So you might have to start like this, when you step through and take a couple dribbles, like this. And you're actually walking through it, but you're taking more dribbles. Then you would go backwards doing that. So you're taking more dribbles to get that done. That's okay, and that's perfect. That's what we want to work on here, is movement, all right? The next one that we like to do is a sideways shuffle. So you're sliding your feet. We talked about this before, the defense. You're not clicking your feet, you're not overlapping your feet, you're sliding your feet. I'll start with it in my right hand, so I'm pounding the ball like this, and then I would go back with my left, facing the same direction. Then right hand, and then left hand. Just like that. Another one we do is going backwards. So just literally pulling the ball back with you. You can go right hand and left hand. So right hand, pulling it back, like this, and then left hand, pulling it back. It's that retreat dribble that you want to work on. All right? Another one we do is crossing over just in front. All right? So we go like this, one dribble, crossover, one dribble, crossover. Or you can just do crossover, crossover, whatever you'd like to do. On that, we turn and go the other way. Come back, like that. All right? Next one would be, this gets a little bit harder once you start going behind the back, but we like to do behind the back dribble. So you can go like this, loop it around, loop it around, loop it around. If you're able to do that, give it a shot. So same thing on the way back, loop around, like that. All right? That's a couple of different moves that we can actually incorporate very easily into some of this. Now, a couple of things that we'll do is you can actually do one where you dribble, stop, and then go again. Okay, stop and go. Hesitation is what we call it. So you drive hard, stop, pull back, and then you hesitate and you go again. Like that. All right, you can do this with your left hand as well. So left hand, you go hard, stop, pull back, then go again. That's the simple one. If you want to add to that, combo it. So make a move in here. Let me show you how it's done. Here we go. Dribbling it, stop, boom, crossover and explode like that. The other one is behind the back. So you can go dribble it, explode, behind the back. Get there like that, all right? These are just some of the moves that you can use and work on as you're practicing your ball handling, moving with the basketball, all right? A couple different ones is you can do combos. So you can do like 1-2, crossover, 1-2, crossover, like that. You can do different moves off of it. You can do right hand only, where you're sprinting, and then left hand only, almost like relay races that you can create. Any of those type of dynamic movements are great. Another one I like is the sideways shuffle, but angling. So you go like this, then you angle, go like this, and you're angling through it. So you're actually creating that. You can do that to the side like this, where you're just pretty much slowly going up, and you're working on that. That works as well too. And you can also go forward and backwards. So one that we like to do is just that whole sprinting up, and then you go back, pull it back, sprint up, pull it back, and then you switch hands. Left hand, sprint up, pull it back. There are endless amounts of dynamic dribbling that you could practice. I wanted to give you a little head start on it, some things you could practice, and I hope it's helpful for you. Keep working on your ball handling. Even if you don't have a basket, use your driveway, use your porch in the backyard, use your kitchen. Don't tell your mom, but use your kitchen if you need to, or your living room, or whatever it is to work on your ball handling. Let's get after it. Hello athletes, I want to show you a quick game that you could play. That's one of my favorites. It's something fun just to switch things up and get shots up if you have a hoop. This is a perfect opportunity for you to practice a lot of shots, a lot of shooting. The more you can shoot, the more confident you're going to be when we go back into being able to have camps and leagues and games and practices. So we want you to utilize your hoop if you have one at home. If you don't, stink. That's hard. It is hard. So you're going to want to work more on your dribbling and the different skills that we're showing in terms of dribbling, passing, faking that, doing the triple threat, working on your footwork, your form. But right now we're going to talk about shooting. So here's how it works. Very simple game. It's called Around the World. Many of you have probably heard it before. I'm going to show it to you the way that I play it. It's a ton of fun, and I think it'll be fun for you. So you can decide how many spots you want to create on each side, but I'm going to use the white lines as my lane line, and that's where I'm going to show you how to do this. Usually there's about 4 spots on each side, you could say, and then 1 in the middle. So 4 here, 1 in the middle, 4 here. And here's how it works. You have 2 chances to make the shot at your spot. If you make it in 2, you get to move to the next spot up. Yay, you made it. You're at level 2 technically, okay? You start at level 1. So you'd be at level 2. If you miss both at level 1, then you stay there. Then you're stuck there. If you're playing with someone else, then they would go. If you're not, then you just get to go again. Okay, but be honest and make sure you do it the right way. Now, when you make it to level 2, here's where it gets tricky. You still have 2 shots, but if you miss the first one and you try and shoot the second one and you miss it, you got to go all the way back to level 1. Okay, that is how it works all the way up to level 4. Okay, so if you're at level 4 and you miss the first shot, you can decide if you shoot the second shot and you miss it, you go back to level 1. But here's the nice thing. There is a way for you to just stay at the level you missed at. So if you're at level 2 and you miss a shot, you can decide, you know what, I'm gonna stay here, I'm gonna just keep it there, and I'm gonna let the other person shoot first. Now this is the most fun when you have someone to compete against, so go grab your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whoever you think you can beat, or maybe might be hard to beat, but get some competition if you can. All right, and this is how you would play it. If you only are by yourself, it's still a fun game to play, but you're playing pretty much against yourself, which is fine. That's all good. It's just a different way to play things. So if you shoot the first one and you decide to shoot the second one, you always go back to the level you started at. If you decide to wait and not shoot your second one, the other person would then shoot theirs, and then you would go after them. Once you make it at level 4, you are safe. You're done with level 4, 1 through 4. Now you're on level 5. Level 5, it's on its own. It's its own act. So if you miss 2, you just have to stay, and then you would go again after your partner missed 2. That's fine. You just have to make a free throw. That's usually about the distance. Now, if you want to play this shorter, that's totally fine. Then you have 4 more on this side. So it works the same way. If you shoot from here and you make it, great. You would go down there. If you make it there, great, you keep going. If you miss it, you have the opportunity to shoot again. If you miss it, you go back to level 4. If you make it, you go on. You also could say, you know what, I'm at level 3 on this side, which would technically be 6, 7, level 7, and I just want to stay. I'm going to let my partner go, and then I'll shoot. You can do that. All right, so the goal is to try to get around the world, all the way around. And obviously, you could play it all the way back if you'd like as well. Let's try a little bit around the world. Let's see how far I can go real quick, and no pressure, but let's see what I can do. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm at level 2. Let's see if I can make it. The key here for me is going to be making the first shot. All right, level 3. Here we go. Yes. All right, level 4. Last one on this side here. Uh-oh. All right, so the pressure's on. I gotta make this because I'm gonna keep trying to go. So if I miss this, I gotta go all the way back to level 1. If I make it, I get to go to a free throw. Here we go. Oh, yes, I got it. All right, I'm still alive. Here we go, free throws. So I'm safe. I'm done with that side now. So free throws are on their own. Here we go. Oh, no. All right, no pressure. I gotta make this free throw. Here we go. Oh, missed it. So I'm stuck here, and I would just keep shooting free throws until I make one. Then I'm on the next 4 levels. It would be 6, 7, 8, and 9 on that side. Hope you have fun playing around the world. Find someone to play with you, and you'll have a ton of fun competing against them. Here we go, around the world.